Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Line. We're going to take a quick look at this story. Disney is suing Ron DeSantis in Florida because he's pissed off the old corpse of Walt, and he's really upset them. And I think this is all just a bit of a targeted assault on the Republicans and anyone that could be possibly running in 2024. We'll take a look at another story later with Tucker Carlson being removed. But it just seems to be a coordinated assault on anyone on the right or anyone that could be running Republican or possibly beat Biden in the next election. It seems that they're attacking them, and not just that, they're attacking anyone in the media. They're going after Tucker Carlson, obviously, going after Ron DeSantis now. They've been going after Joe Rogan for how many years? It just seems that they're stepping up their game, and they are actively going out of their way to shut down anyone in the middle ground or anyone on the right that actually has an opinion and might get people thinking and voting in the correct direction. But we'll take a look at this story from news.com.au. Disney sues Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Movie and theme park giant Disney has escalated its battle against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who said widely predicted the main competitor for Donald Trump becoming a Republican candidate for the next US president election. The Walt Disney Company has accused Mr. DeSantis of penalizing the firm, threatening its business operations because it publicly disagreed with the Republican politician's controversial so-called Don't Say Gay policy in Florida schools. It has cited the comments of the governor, including that he could allow the building of a prison next to the Magic Kingdom. The new policy enacted last year initially banned any instruction in Florida schools about gender identity and the sexual orientation for students below the age of 9. This month, it was extended to all students up to the age of 17. Now, the Florida Don't Say Gay bill that they label the so-called bill is a load of shit. That was basically just the left's propaganda saying, oh, you're not allowed to say gay in schools. Actually, what it was teachers were not allowed to discuss with children underage their sexual orientation. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think I knew any of my teachers' sexual orientation unless they had a husband or a wife. You kind of guessed that they were straight. But we didn't really care, and that wasn't really brought up at school. I don't understand why anyone in the LGBT want everyone to know what their sexual orientation is. They don't go around telling everyone what kind of porn you watch. What's the point? No one cares. Just shut up. Telling underage kids in primary school, I think to the age of, 4 or something, what sexual orientation you are and what they should do about theirs. That's none of your business. Stay out of it. The kids haven't even hit puberty yet, for God's sakes. And the left goes and turns it into this bloody anti-gay, don't say gay bill, and you get all these retarded stars on social media saying, oh, like I think Arnie came out, and then the guy who plays Hellboy, whatever his friggin' name is, he's an idiot. But they all come out and say that he's being homophobic and all this crap. They have no idea what the bill says. They have no idea what the legislation actually is. They just swallow the pill and keep reading off of Twitter and following the line, because if they don't follow the line, then they get ousted and cancelled. The new Florida officials have said that the law simply clarifies that teachers should stick to existing curriculum, but the critics have said that it marginalises young LGBT people. Mr. DeSantis has repeatedly said that Florida is the state where woke goes to die. Thank God. Last year, former Disney CEO Bob Chapek said Mr. DeSantis to express our disappointment and concern if the legislation becomes law because it used to be unfairly target gay, lesbian, non-binary, and transgender kids and families. Since then, Mr. DeSantis has said the company worth $270 billion in his sights. On Wednesday, Walt Disney Company confirmed it was suing Mr. DeSantis after he axed unique powers that gave them a firm, large amount of control over how the land its Disney World theme park sits on Orlando was used. The House of the Mouse said Mr. DeSantis has 5-member board that oversees the now defunct Reedy Creek Improvement District, and other state officials launching a targeted campaign of government relation against the company, according to a lawsuit filed in the federal court in the Northern District of Florida, reported the New York Post. The lawsuit was filed minutes after the Oversight Board struck down last-minute agreements made between Disney and the board that oversees 10,000-hectare resort and complex in Orlando. Today's action against the latest strike is the governor's bidding that the state's Oversight Board has purported to void publicly noted and duty-agreed development contracts which have been laid the foundation for billions of Disney investment dollars and thousands of jobs. Disney said in its court filing, the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Florida, a targeted campaign of government retaliation orchestrated at every step by Governor DeSantis as a punishment for Disney's protected speech. You protected speech. That's rich. Now threatens Disney's business operations, jeopardizes its economic future in the region, and violates its constitutional rights, the company alleged in a court filing. Another thing that this Ron's done is he's made them start paying tax, because before this they didn't have to pay tax. I think it was a state tax, so they were sitting there earning $270 billion, and they weren't contributing to the city's tax. That's pretty insane. There's only other one thing like that I really know of, and there's a weird dude who wears a funny hat, usually at the top of those things as well, and they don't have to pay tax. It's entertaining. As soon as they have been kicked in the pants by Ron DeSantis, they come out swinging and saying that it's all about gay rights and that. And obviously it's not about gay rights when you sue him over failing to come to terms on a oversight board where you've got money invested into building things now, and you're not allowed to build those things because you actually have to answer to someone. It's entertaining to say the least anyway. Keep reading. Disney has cited several statements by Mr. DeSantis, including how to avoid the development agreement, as well as to look at things like taxes on the hotels, tolls on the roads, developing some of the property that district owns, and more amusement parks, and even we're putting a state prison next to Walt Disney World. The board supervisors, which run the newly Christian Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, operates a self-governing authority over issues like taxation and maintenance of public works in and around the Disney theme parks. Just the day before February, wrote the RCID struck a deal with which essentially gave Disney the authority to oversee zoning and development in the district for the next 3 decades. Mr. DeSantis blasted Disney for the move and vowed to nullify it. Last week, the 5-member board handpicked Mr. DeSantis, vowed to undo the Sweetheart development deal. Regardless of your politics, nobody should favour outdated legislation that elevates a corporation above the public good, Martin Garcia, the chairman of Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, said. In seeking to improve the functioning in the district, nothing is off the table for us. Mr. Garcia also claimed that the new board had wanted to work with Disney, but Disney decided they didn't want to work with us. It was Disney's way or the highway. The Post had sought comment from Disney. New Reuters Ipsos poll on 1,005 US adults find that nearly half the Republican response, 44%, held more positive view for the Florida governor over his stance towards Disney. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, recently hit out at Mr. DeSantis, calling his actions towards the company anti-business and anti-Florida. Mr. Iger recently said in an interview with The Time that he would be willing to discuss the situation. If the governor of Florida wants to meet me, of course, we'll discuss all this. Of course, I would be glad to do that. You know that I'm one of the typically respected elected officials, and they have a responsibility that they have, and there would be no reason why I wouldn't do that. Now, since Disney's come out and decided they're going to stick their toe into political dealings, I think they're fair game for Governor Ron DeSantis there. And if they're sitting there mocking him and taking all of Florida for a ride, not paying any taxes, and pretty much lauding themselves without any consequence or any risk to anyone else stepping in and telling them no, no wonder they're shitty that they've had all this free reign, and now that Ron DeSantis has come in and kicked him in the ass and said no, you got to bend over. So it just goes to show that no one's above the law in Florida when Ron DeSantis is governor there. And if he does run for president and does become president, that'd be interesting to see if he sticks to his guns and still has the same kind of ideals anyway. But this attack will probably, court case will probably come into effect as soon as the next election cycle starts. So it'll be interesting. It'll be him. He'll be in court. Trump will be in court. And it's going to be a bit of a rough ride for any Republicans running, because they're going to be in court the entire time they're running by the looks of it. And is that orchestrated by someone in the Democratic Party? I would not be surprised. I mean, how many other people that are running for president or are going to run for president are going to be going into courtrooms just as the election cycle starts? It'll be interesting to see. But Biden probably won't make it to the next election. I don't know. It depends how many drugs they keep injecting him with, but we'll see. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.